So that's a huge thing that I'll look for. Now, of course, we'll get into some examples of using the S&P as well as the NASDAQ, right? Because those come into play of what's Apple going to do, right? So we're also going to be watching the S&P and the NASDAQ. After we go over this, I'll break that down as well. So at the core of it, really all I'm waiting for is Apple to move higher, right? Move up, break above that high, right? And that's when I start to get interested. Now, that's not anything to do with an entry. There's no entry there. You don't just enter on a breakout of a previous day high. That's probably the most amateur way to trade. And I think where a lot of people sort of get stuck in fake outs, right? Because they're just breaking a high, taking a trade, and hoping that it continues. What I want to see happen is Apple to pull back to that level, right? And then this area where we start to come back down to that previous day high is something that I like to call, that is called the battle zone. Nice. So the battle zone is really when you start to see that price action start to get really tight, right? You start to get that wick action. You start to get some really clear examples of some manipulation going on in the market. And that's where the money is made. The battle zone is where the money is made. Being able to read the price action at that retest, because that is the retest, right, is how you get paid.
Gotcha.
Right?
So rather than just break, retest, you'll break, retest, and actually looking at then the context of the price.
Exactly.
Now, what what time frame, would you be looking at?
So I always will watch the 2-minute time frame.
Gotcha.
I think the 1-minute time frame is a little bit too messy, right? It adds a little bit too much noise to the chart for me. So I'll always use that 2-minute time frame.